1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, 1/4 cup of light brown sugar, 1/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/8 teaspoon of salt, 1 large egg, 1/4 cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 2 tablespoons of hot water, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. In a bowl, you're going to combine all dry ingredients: flour, sugar, cocoa powder, brown sugar, baking soda, baking powder, and salt. Whisk together until mixed good. Once well combined, place to the side. Add all your wet ingredients. My egg. Oops. Oil and vanilla. Whisk until well combined. We're going to now add our wet ingredients to our dry ingredients. We're going to mix until well, but not over mixing. Line your pan with parchment paper and spray with a non-stick baking spray. Pour your chocolate batter into your pan. This will be for your bottom layer of your cake. You're going to place in the oven at 350 for 20 minutes until the toothpick comes out clean. In here, place 4 cups of raspberries and 8 tablespoons of sugars. Simmer and break up all the seeds from the berries, making a jam. Once you're done breaking them up and it's starting to bubble a little bit, you're going to remove and place in a strainer and take out all the seeds. Place your raspberry mixture into the strainer and strain, removing the seeds from your raspberries. Pressing firmly down, keep removing all the juices from the seeds until completely dry. While still hot, we're going to add 4 teaspoons of gelatin. Mix thoroughly throughout. When done, you're going to place in the fridge for 30 minutes. Place in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. 20 minutes is up. We're going to take our cake out. It should be fully cooked. Ooh, look at that heart. Looks perfect. We're going to place to the side and let it cool. I'm going to place my semi-sweet chocolate in the microwave, melting it for every 30 seconds, stirring until it's fully melted. Make sure not to overcook because you could burn the chocolate. In my bowl, I'm going to place 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. I'm going to whisk until soft peaks form. This is going to be my chocolate mousse for my cake. Once your heavy whipping cream has made soft peaks, you're going to want to mix in the chocolate slightly cooled by folding it in. You're going to fold in the chocolate, making your chocolate mousse. Once you have it well combined, set in the refrigerator for a few minutes while you make the white mousse. Now we're going to make a white mousse. Again, in a bowl, you're going to place 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, and then you're going to stir or whisk until you have soft peaks. You're going to melt your 1 bag of vanilla chocolate chips. In our case, we're using Oreo, but you can use whatever you want. This is your cake. Once again, once your whipped cream or heavy whipping cream becomes like a whipped cream and it has soft peaks, you're going to place white chocolate chips, melted, slightly cooled, into your bowl, or in our case, we're using Oreo chocolate. Once all of it's in your bowl, you're going to want to fold into your heavy whipping cream and make into a mousse. After your cake's done cooling, you're going to cut 1 layer off, and then you're going to place that layer to the side. We're going to assemble our cake by placing our layers. You can put them in any layer you want. I'm going to do our Oreo first, then our chocolate, then our raspberry. Now we're going to add our chocolate mousse layer on top of the Oreo, or in your case, the vanilla. Now we're going to take our raspberry layer that we put the gelatin in, and we're going to place it on top and make our last layer of our cake. Now I'm going to paste the last layer of our cake on top, and then we're going to make our ganache over the stove and place our ganache over it, and then place in the refrigerator for like 2 hours. Place 1 cup of heavy whipping cream and 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate for the ganache. Once your ganache looks like this and it's all in one color, it's done. You're going to place to the side and allow it to cool slightly before pouring over your cake. While your ganache is cooling, we're going to take these chips and we're going to melt them down. Using your microwave, you're going to want to cook at 30-second intervals until it's completely melted. It should take about 2 minutes depending on your microwave settings for it to melt completely. We're going to take this over to my parchment paper. We're going to flatten it out and we're going to use it as some decorations on top of our cake. I'm going to pour this out on the parchment paper, and I'm going to use my spatula to put it flat and even. We're going to use this as little decorations on top of our cake, breaking it up into little pieces, or you can even cut it into little rolls. spread it out on your parchment paper, and then you're going to put it in the refrigerator or the freezer until it hardens. We're going to pour our slightly cooled ganache over our cake, and then we're going to put it back in the refrigerator so it can cool completely before we remove the wax paper. At this point, you would have already removed your cake from your spring pan and placed over here on your decorating area. Alright, now you're going to decorate your cake to your liking. I cut this out from parchment paper. I'm just going to use this. I'm going to take some sprinkles and make my heart. Try not to get on the rest of the cake even though I did. Make a pretty heart for Valentine's. Just coat it nice and pretty. Slowly lift it up, and you got your pretty heart. Now I'm going to place raspberries around my heart, giving it that more heart definition. Again, this is your Valentine's cake. Do what makes you happy. place. Well, let me pull this last one off. That's my Valentine's cake for this year. Happy Valentine's!
Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Happy Valentine's Day.